Hey, so today we're covering the concept of why Western civilization is relevant for today. So I'll be discussing the issues, why it's relevant, and then what now. So some of the issues surrounding it is the term Western civilization, or even the West. What does it mean? And Lawrence Birkin notes that it's difficult to define Western civilization and apply that definition to textbooks. He says that it all depends on one's assumptions of what a civilization is. So Robert Royal notes that modern assumptions and confusions on and about Western civilization have grown from a lack of knowledge of history and anthropology. Furthermore, Birkin notes that these assumptions have led what he terms cultural radicals and cultural conservatives to equally overemphasize the West. So this is echoed in Kwame Anthony Appiah's BBC lecture, where he notes that those for and against Western civilization are both committed to the very same essentialism. One sees it as a nugget of gold and the other arsenic. So it's interesting to note that while Appiah doesn't place himself in the arsenic category, in name he does in practice. He urges his listeners at the BBC conference to give up the idea of Western civilization completely and identify themselves with any and all cultures and civilizations except the West. He pushes for cultural appropriation, stating that no idea belongs to a single culture. He does add the caveat that it should be done respectfully, but respectfully by whose standards? So while Appiah pushes to give up Western civilization entirely, other scholars such as Robert Royal, Bradley Burtzer, and Lawrence Birkin disagree. Royal notes that history enables us to make intelligent comparisons, and if we compare the evils of the West to that of other cultures and civilizations, one would find similar faults and evils, such as sexism, racism, trafficking in person. They're all found in virtually all societies and civilizations. When examining history, then, one should note what is unique, not the common, but what is unusual. And this brings us to why Western civilization is relevant today. So Robert Royal notes that what's unusual about the West is that it developed out of several cultures and civilizations: Greek, Roman, both the Empire and the Roman Catholic Church, and Jewish culture of the Bible, which was wholly non-European. Furthermore, it developed and unified from Christian missions. Because of these two things, Europe has an unparalleled interest in other cultures. Additionally, from it developed the beginning of separation in church and state, and science and technology. So Royal states, no better champion of justice, fairness, liberty, truth, and human flourishing exists than the complex and poorly known entity we call Western civilization. So what now? Well, Appiah and Royal both agree civilization is not inherited or a birthright. The individual and society as a whole needs to continue to care and appropriate its values. Furthermore, Royal notes we need to begin speaking in popular language about Western principles, encourage each other, and show its value and importance. Lastly, Birkin offers a middle or common ground. He stresses the theoretical and heuristic reasons for a limited definition of Western civilization, one that excludes Greece and Rome, and places the West as one civilization among others, deserving to be studied and valued for what it is. Thanks.